Today, we're going to be giving you an update on what's going on in the Pierce County real estate market. Hi, Chad Hauer here from the Hauer Real Estate Group at Keller Williams in Tacoma, Washington. Hope you are doing well. Just wanted to reach out to you to give you a quick update on what's going on in Pierce County, Washington in regards to the real estate market. But first, I want to draw your attention to two important links here on my video blog. First, if you are considering selling your home, feel free to click on the Value of My Home button, or if you're looking to buy a home, you can click on the Search for All Homes button here, and that'll give you access to all the homes currently for sale in the market here in the greater area. Now back to the topic. For today's market update, I wanted to give you a kind of a year-over-year scenario of what we've been seeing in the greater Pierce County area this month compared to this month last year. So one of the things that I like to look at that are key indicators, obviously, is what's the median sale price. So in Pierce County, if we look back to this month last year, the median sale price was $235,000. Since then, this year, it's gone up to $249,000. So we've seen a 6% increase as an entire county as a whole in real estate values. Now, something to be aware of with that is that's on a pretty large scale. So if we get more specific into neighborhoods, we're seeing that can vary significantly. So, for example, I met with a client today that had a 20% appreciation within their neighborhood year over year. So if you want some more specific information around your home directly, feel free to contact me about that, and I'd be more than happy to give you more customized information here. As a whole, though, I want to give you some good information as to what's going on with the real estate market. So the other thing I like to look at is general supply and demand. Oftentimes people will ask, well, is this a buyer's market or a seller's market? So I want to give you a little bit of context as to what necessarily defines a buyer's market compared to a seller's market. When we look at the inventory, just basic supply and demand, we can see that 0 to 4 months worth of supply or homes on the market represents a seller's market, and that's where we see home values on the rise. 5 to 6 months represents more of a stable market, and home values will really go along with inflation more or less. And then if there's 7 months or more worth of supply, that's where we see it's a buyer's market. There's an oversupply and declining home values. So here's just a helpful graph to kind of help remind you as we go over this. So when we go over the inventory in Pierce County, if we look at last year this time, there was 4.7 months worth of supply of inventory. Since then, that number has gone down to currently we're at 2.5 months worth of inventory. So in that regards, we're definitely in a seller's market, very low inventory, which means values are on the rise as a result of that. Days on market is something else that we like to look at. Last year, this time, the average days on market was 70 days, whereas this year it's dropped down to 55 days on the market. So we've actually seen we're seeing 22% less days on market than we did last year. So that's a good thing for sellers and just showing a strong real estate market as a whole. So we're definitely in a good spot there. Now, as a buyer, I would also say, even though we're in a quote-unquote seller's market due to supply, interest rates are really the key. And unless you're paying cash, that's something to really take into consideration. If you're planning on getting financing for any of your purchase, then interest rates are a huge thing to be aware of. So a good rule of thumb is as interest rates increase by just 1%, your monthly payment's going to increase by about 10%. So that's pretty significant. When we can see how low interest rates are right now, they're about 4.25 roughly. Projection by next year, they're going to be higher than that. So that makes a big difference. So even though there isn't much inventory available, it definitely makes sense as a buyer for your pocketbook if you're getting financing for your purchase to act now rather than waiting till later on once interest rates and home values are likely going to be higher. So I hope that's helpful information. And again, feel free to click any of the links on my blog, and I'm happy to be a resource for you in a more specific way and kind of customize this conversation to what you're specifically looking at. Hope you're doing well, and happy holidays.